Bottom's coming into with another video review. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Nasutoceratops. Another variant of the ceratop sort of dinosaur. One thing that's interesting about this is the package is a little bit different. You can see obviously how it looks. Bringing in a package of the old Dino Rivals Triceratops, you can see it's slightly different colored. And it's also got this Battle at Big Rock. Specifically, it says as seen in Battle at Big Rock, which no one really knows what that is. A lot of speculation is that it's a kind of short animation or something of that nature. Either way, this as well as the new Allosaurus are a part of this Battle at Big Rock line. You got the Concavenator right there, which is just a repaint, but these are new figures. Now, I wasn't able to find the new Allosaurus, which is kind of unfortunate, but this guy is really very, very fun. One thing that I absolutely love with what Mattel is doing with this Jurassic World line is introducing me to new dinosaurs. I grew up as a kid loving them, but the Nasutoceratops is a dinosaur I never knew existed. So they're really rekindling that love of paleontology for me. And this guy definitely looks pretty badass. But for the packaging on this, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Nasutoceratops opened up and out of his packaging. And like all these new Dino Rival figures, he does come with a bit of a collector card. You got that on the back. It is just on a little bit thicker than paper stock, so it's not really full card stock. If you're collecting these, they're probably not going to be done in or kept in very good condition, mostly because the thickness is fairly kind of lackluster, and then they tape this onto the inside section, so there's a lot of sticky residue. But you got a nice image of him right there. You got the strength, which he's listed as an 8, speed listed as a 4, intelligence at a 3, and then ferocity is a 7. You do get all those. Then also you do get the Jurassic World Facts app. If that focuses, there you go. You can scan that. You can add this guy to your collection. But overall, the Nasutoceratops is gorgeous. And again, what they're able to bring in terms of the sculpt and paintwork really helps to separate these from any dinosaur figures that we got in the past. At least ones that are designed to be toys. Now, I got a bunch of these. I'm going to bring, well, not a bunch of him, but in terms of, like, different ceratop type dinosaurs. Here we have the Triceratops. Here we have the battle damage one, which I use as, like, a baby one. Here we have the Pachyrhinosaurus. Got another Triceratops. And then I got this Styracosaurus. So, I mean, I got a bunch of these horned dinosaurs here, and one thing that is amazing is that some are individually sculpted, some reuse similar parts. All of them have a different paint job though, which absolutely blows me away in terms of how they're able to take these and create different looking, well, species for one, and then obviously, you know, like with the trike here, I mean, this is, for the most part, I mean, taking a look, I mean, there's some differences on here, but of course you got the Roarvor section here, and this is the dual attack, so you got that. So some stuff was molded differently, but looking at like the head here, I want to say that the head is the same. It's just painted differently. And then the legs here, those could potentially be similar. But, well, maybe not even because they're slightly sculpted differently. But, I mean, that's one thing that's amazing with what Mattel has been doing. Giving us all these different dinosaurs and really making them look like both different species, and even if they're using the same molds, slightly different paint jobs to give a different look to them, so that like all the dinosaurs are not the same. Much like humans, every time a new Neurosaurus was born, it would be slightly different looking, like the color wouldn't be the same. Just like humans are born, some of them have blonde hair, some of them have brown hair. It's incredible with what they're doing. And again, like I said, the Nasutoceratops here is one that I wasn't aware of growing up as a kid. I know about the Triceratops, but this one is definitely different, and I love the way that he looks. First, coming in to take a look at the sculpt work on here. Tremendous amount of detail with the pebbling. All of it looks absolutely gorgeous, and you can see a lot of different paint variations in there. You got these little speckles of red through the top, and then also here on his face. You look at the main portion of the body, it's kind of like this blue-green, and then you get a splash of green coming down to the rest of the legs. You look at the underbelly here, and it's a tan color. So a lot of really nice color in this. The only thing that I kind of wish was done a little bit differently would be maybe a little slightly different paint here for the eyes so that they stand out. I mean, you can see where they're sculpted, but maybe a little bit of white to kind of differentiate that would be a little bit better. Great sculpt here in the face. I mean, there's an ancient look to this guy's head sculpt. I love it. You got the horns, which are kind of what makes this guy stand out. Gorgeous crest here on his nose. The frill here on the back is very well done. It's a little bit softer of a material, which kind of surprises me. But the overall paint and sculpt work, again, absolutely spectacular. And then you look on one side of the leg, I mean, you can see how that paint works. Come around the other side, and it's different. So it's not symmetrical, which gives a very unique look to this particular guy. And I love how it's not identical from one side to the other. Now for his articulation, very similar to a lot of these new dual attack figures. Some of the articulation is built in with the action feature. So for the tail section here, you can see that it swivels back and forth. You got a little button right here that facilitates that whipping action, which is pretty nice. Come down here to the back legs, they move forward and back. They also go really far in and out. I mean, like really impressive how far out those legs can go, but you can get them going both that way. Now again, they are kind of in this pre-pose sort of position, so while you can bend them, that creates a weird look, but you know, at least you can pose them, and I like the fact that you can spread those legs out nice and wide for kind of a ramming sort of look of almost. Now the front, the legs also go forward and back. They also have a little bit in and out, not as deep as the back legs, but there is a little there. And then the head section here, you got that, like I said, dual attack. So the back section here controls the tail. The front button here controls the head, and that goes up and down. One thing that's nice, though, is it appears that there's an extra joint in here that you can kind of see is hidden by this little sleeve. So where you get that up and down, you also do get some really nice side-to-side motion, which has been kind of lacking on a lot of these ceratopian type of dinosaurs. So you also do get a little bit of rotation there, so it's a bit of a ball joint. But because the neck section here is oval, it's not a full kind of tilt, but you do get some nice range of motion with it. And then for some more comparisons, because I haven't done this in a little while, here's Alan Grant. Let's bring him in here. You can see kind of how he scales with this big guy. I really think that that scale works really very nice. And then bringing out the old tape measure from the tail to the tip of his horn. Looks like it's a little over a foot long. And then at the toppest point here, the highest point here, you're looking at a little over 5 inches or so. So overall, really good size. Again, really very happy with this, and I'm definitely curious to see what the little series that he's a part of will entail. Get it? You know, tail. But the overall look of this guy is tremendous. I'm really quite happy with it. I think that the presentation in terms of both the coloring and the sculpt work is top notch. There really is not been a figure that I haven't thought that Mattel has nailed it. And this is definitely one that stands out. The overall look is just very fun, I think. It's got that presence that a dinosaur, I feel, should have. It's just fun, intimidating, bulky, and just in general a fun figure to have. Without a doubt, I would recommend picking this guy up. If you're a fan of dinosaurs, if you're a fan of the Jurassic World, if you're just a fan of cool toys, this is definitely one I would recommend adding to your collection. So all that being said, if this guy is a figure that you'd like to add into your display, he is hitting various retail locations right now. I found mine at Walmart. So if you're looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. Or to make things simple, you can always check out online stores such as Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you'll go to BBTS and you can check out availability on this guy as well as the rest of the wide range of new Jurassic World Dino Rival figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it, guys, if you would show your support simply by hitting that thumbs up button. That one small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. And a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons, who through their continued support now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd be interested in helping to support my channel, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And finally, remember, grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.